Good afternoon, everybody. If I could have your attention. If you didn't get the message before from Amy, please keep eating. But we're delighted to have you, and it looks like everybody is enjoying their meal. If you are, how about, would you join me in thanking the people who prepared and served the food? We're very, very proud of our dining services and catering team here at the college, and we're just delighted to have you. As you heard from Amy, we've been it's been like Celebrate De Pere week as it happens on campus for us this week, and we couldn't be more delighted. Some of you might have even been with us last night when we got a preview of the upcoming PBS show that features De Pere with John McGivern, which we got a preview in the Walter, and it was just terrific. And if you weren't with us, it's on tomorrow night on the Wisconsin PBS. So I'm Tom Kunkel. I am the interim president of St. Norbert College. I used to be the permanent president of St. Norbert College, and then I tried to retire 6 years ago, and it worked for about 5 years. But the only piece of advice I have for you is if you are intending to retire, change your phone number. It's really good to see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, actually. Some of whom I haven't seen since the last time I was here serving as president. But for those of you who are new faces to me, or me to you, as I said, it was my privilege to be the president here before retiring in 2017. I know many of you know Brian Brees very well, a good friend of mine and somebody who did a great job leading this institution. Brian had a unique opportunity to go lead the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University in Minnesota, two brother and sister institutions that are engaged in a very interesting, I don't want to say experiment, but it's kind of unique in higher ed, and they are two institutions that have decided to operate under one unitary administration. So Brian, they're still two distinct institutions, but with one president, for instance, and so Brian sends his regards, and they asked me to come back because we've been searching for the next permanent president of St. Norbert College. Delightful as it's been to be back, I won't kid you, it's as opposed to visiting, actually coming back here to work has been a little bit of an out-of-body experience, and one of the cool things has been to see all the things that are happening in De Pere and Green Bay and the greater area. It's really extremely exciting, and of course, as big a symbol of that as anything is the beautiful building that's going up, just across the river from us, the Multicultural Center, which we're all looking very much forward to that opening later this year. But other things are very familiar. My corner office in Main Hall has not changed too much. There's a lot more computer and video kind of thing, and there's a kind of a creepy camera on my desk that's staring at me all the time, and I feel like is actually kind of judgmental. But generally speaking, it felt like home right away. As I said, we got a lot of priorities going on this year, but our main priority is to find the next president of the college, and I can tell you that I think we're going to have some news for you about that very soon, so stay tuned. We're in the final stage of that process now, so we'll be letting you know. In the meantime, we're in kind of a unique situation because we not only lost one person to another presidency, but our provost here before, our chief academic officer, also was offered a presidency, St. Martin's University, Catholic University out in Washington State. So we are about to launch another search here for a new vice president for academic affairs, and we are looking forward to getting that underway. So a lot of excitement here this spring. One of our main goals this year, as we mark the beginning of our 125th year of service, has been to kind of reset the campus experience after several years largely dictated by COVID. I'm incredibly proud of how St. Norbert got through that challenging time, but part of the goal this year was to remind everybody what a robust residential college experience is supposed to entail. And I'm happy to say we've done just that. Campus life is largely back to normal this year, and students are engaging in ways that show us just how much they missed those opportunities over the past few years. Proof that the college has done an excellent job navigating the challenges confronting higher ed was a welcome jump in our college rankings. In September, U.S. News & World Report released this year's best college rankings, and I'm proud to say St. Norbert College moved up 6 spots and was once again named one of America's best national liberal arts colleges. We're listed in the top tier, ranked 111 overall, and just to give you a little perspective, there are about several thousand private colleges in the United States. And we are tied for 7th among Catholic liberal arts colleges in the country, so we're very, very proud of that. So the fact is we continue to move steadily upward suggests 2 things to me: that the national reputation of St. Norbert College is strong and getting stronger, and that in real terms we likely are already performing like a top 100 liberal arts college. And that, needless to say, is heady company. It's all good news, and I think you'll be hearing even more good news about things happening on campus as we roll through spring into summer. So as I said, stay tuned. But there's no resting on our laurels. Besides, we don't work for rankings. We work for concrete results for our students and for our graduates, many of our graduates here today. Welcome back. So, academics. At the beginning of this academic year, we welcomed another 500 first-year students to St. Norbert College. They are academically gifted, and they bring a wealth of diverse experiences and new perspectives to our campus. We also have about 70 students enrolled in our 3 graduate programs: Master of Business Administration, Master of Liberal Arts Studies, Master of Theological Studies. For our undergraduates, we recently launched a new minor in data analytics. Our industry advisors from the surrounding area have made it clear that they want to hire people who know how to ask the right questions in addition to having quantitative skills. What's more, the liberal arts core curriculum that underpins these programs gives our graduates that broader perspective and contextual framework also desired by employers. We also launched 2 new teacher ed majors, a 4th through 12th grade major and a K through 12 major. The program gets aspiring teachers into the classroom quickly and often, which is critical as our state feels the impact of growing teacher shortage. Campus updates. This fall, many of our students moved into newly renovated residence halls following a $6 million project that kept our facilities team and Myron Construction busy throughout all of last summer. The renovations included bringing in new flooring, LED lighting, furniture, and intelligent fire alarm systems. Also this fall, we opened an on-campus barbershop in partnership with Stars Barber and Beauty in our campus center to support our students of color. Moving forward, we're looking again at how we might best use the old Pennings High School, which we call the Pennings Activity Center, or PAC. In President Brees's closing months, the college was approached by members of the West De Pere business community to ask if we'd ever considered raising PAC and replacing it with a possible multi-use presence. That is, one mixing academic and non-academic facilities at that strategic point where the campus meets the business district. It's an intriguing idea, to be sure, both in terms of the college's and the community's collective future. So we have engaged some consultants to explore possible uses of that space, as well as their economic viability, and we are evaluating their feedback even as we speak. Athletics. Our 622 student athletes make up over 30% of our student population, 35% of the first-year class, and 43% of our international students. They excel both on the field, court, track, what have you, and in the classroom. They consistently outpace the general student body in GPA. As you may know, St. Norbert College recently transitioned to the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, and in our first year, we won 7 championships. The men's and women's programs captured their respective all-sports trophies, indicative of overall excellence across all the league's offerings. This fall, the Green Knights saw numerous noteworthy accomplishments. Women's golf placed second at the conference championship, and women's volleyball finished as the tournament runner-up. Men's hockey's had a big year, no surprise. Earlier this month, 3 St. Norbert College men's hockey players participated in the 2023 Winter World University Games up in Lake Placid, New York. 2 played for the Team USA and 1 for Team Slovakia. And in November, head coach Tim Coughlin set the NCAA Division III record of all time for men's hockey coaching victories. Tim's incredible total of 625 wins is also the 3rd most all-time in all divisions for coaches who have coached exclusively at one school. And his win total is also 11th most all-time in all divisions of college hockey. Particularly exciting and uplifting for all of us, the women's soccer team signed Sophia Pitsley to their roster in conjunction with Team Impact, an organization that matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a lifelong, life-changing experience for everyone. 7-year-old Sophia recently finished her last round of treatment for a brain tumor. Winter sports are off to fast starts and are poised to fight for conference championships, and you can get all the details on these and other aspects of our athletic program at the athletics website, athletics.snc.edu. Business and community engagement. We continue to engage with the local and regional business community in myriad ways. First and foremost, our graduates enter the workforce with skills that employers need. A broad liberal arts foundation, a solid intellectual grounding, and a strong professional focus. They carry with them ample hands-on experience gained through invaluable internships, collaborative research opportunities, global experiences, and a history of service within our broader communities. Our partnerships with the Medical College of Wisconsin-Green Bay, located on our campus, and with the Belling College of Nursing, are helping to solve the labor shortage in the healthcare industry. And as I mentioned earlier, our teacher ed students are helping to counter the effects of growing teacher shortage. In fact, our graduates are so sought after, our teacher ed graduate placement rate is now 100%. Our existing opportunities for business engagement include research partnerships through the Center for Business and Economic Analysis and the Strategic Research Institute, the Program for Inclusive Excellence and intensive cohort-based diversity and inclusion training program for local business and community leaders that's run out of the Cassandra Voss Center, translation and interpretation services, as well as conference services and lodging, and leadership education and training through the Schneider MBA program, the Center for Exceptional Leadership, and through events like the CEO Breakfast and Strategy Series. Our next installment of the series on February 23rd features Sakin Shivaram, CEO of Wisconsin Aluminum Foundry, and an adjunct instructor in our MBA program. One of our most popular business engagement events of the year is actually coming up on Wednesday, February 15th, 3 weeks from today, the 8th Annual State of the Economy, hosted by the Center for Business and Economic Analysis. I hope all of you can make it back here to join us just downstairs in the Fort Howard Theater. It's an opportunity to hear from Professor Mark Schaefer and our talented CBEA students, fellows, about conditions and trends across the economic landscape, and to get a glimpse of the caliber of students we have here at St. Norbert. We're also continuing to offer engaging educational opportunities and entertainment this semester. Night Theater, an entirely student-run theater group, is putting the finishing touches on the fast-paced and wildly funny musical, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Opening night is tomorrow. I'll be there Friday, and the show runs through Sunday. The Great Decisions Lecture Series, presented in partnership with UW Green Bay, kicks off on February 8th. And on March 24th, our SNC Talks event returns, featuring TED Talk-style presentations that highlight the unique passions, talents, and endeavors of SNC students, staff, faculty, and alums. That event is open to the public, and you can attend on campus or virtually. And then this upcoming summer, Nights on the Fox will be back for its 20th season of live music by the river, so please join us on Tuesday evenings this summer. After hosting a record number of camps and conferences last year, we're already looking forward to welcoming community members of all ages again this summer. Registrations are already filling up for GLAD, BOLD, Summer Academy of Medicine, and athletics and music camps. And our Performing Arts Division's Music Theater Summer Stage program will present The Music Man in June to honor the memory of its founder, Dudley Burder, who passed in November and who had an indelible impact on both our college and the greater community. And more information for all these events can be found on our website, snc.edu. In closing, I want to emphasize that our future looks very bright indeed. While higher education as an industry is facing unprecedented challenges, both due to long-run demographic shifts and in short term due to the pandemic, major indicators remain strong for St. Norbert College. As someone who's recently returned after a brief hiatus, it's heartening to see how far our little college on the Fox has come, and it's inspiring to think how far it can still go. So thank you for your ongoing support. Thank you personally for the warm welcome back, and we're really glad to have you, and we are tremendously proud to call De Pere our home. And with that, I'd like to call up my boss, all our boss, my friend, Mayor James Boyd.
Okay, I'm not sure why, but I always have to follow Tom, it seems. He's such a good speaker. He's so poised. I followed him last night. I follow him today. So, Amy, we've got to change this up. And he's also very good on his home turf. So I'm asking you to have a neutral site next year to try to throw him off his game. So as a proud alum of St. Norbert College, I look forward to hearing all the updates from St. Norbert. So wonderful job. Welcome back. Now, before we get going, I'm a big video guy. So we have a very brief video to show you that will highlight 2022 Year in Review, City of De Pere. Andy, take it. So as you can see, a lot of milestones this year for the City of De Pere that we're very proud of and looking forward, obviously, to 2023. Before I get started with my kind of brief speech. We do have some special dignitaries in the audience I'd like to introduce, and they could stand up. From Discover Green Bay, Brad Toll, where are you? Stand up, Brad. Brad's right there. Thank you. County Executive Troy Streckenbach is here as well. Troy, where are you? Stand up, please. Thank you, Troy. Thanks for coming. And we have 2 alders here. If you don't know, there are 8 alderpersons making up our city council, and then, of course, you have me as the mayor. We will not have the success we have, or what we hopefully will have going forward, without a common council that is it's just an amazing council. They get along very, very well, very civil discord, and I'm very grateful that we have this council. We have 2 here today. One, of course, would be Amy. Stand up, Amy. Yeah. And then Shayna Ledvin, representing District 1, is somewhere here as well. Shayna Ledvin right there. Thank you. I think I've hit all of them. And by the way, Amy, very, very good. You should be doing this and not me. Good afternoon. I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak to you today. Thank you to the Deep Pere Chamber, Community First Credit Union, St. Norbert College, again hosting this event for how many years, and of course definitely to Pere for coordinating and supporting today's event. Thank you also to everyone who has taken time to join this event, so thank you very much. Today I look forward to talking to you about momentum in the city. When we talk about momentum, we are blessed and thankful for the generosity of Jim and Miriam Mulva as they craft their vision for arts and culture opportunities rarely seen in the Midwest, if not the whole country. Communities throughout the country turn their attention back to their downtowns in effort to shape them as mixed-use centers, providing a variety of experiences, and it'll be our pleasure to present the Mulva Cultural Center as the crown jewel of our downtown, all of Wisconsin and the Midwest. The Mulvas envision the center to be a catalyst for community investment and an anchor for De Pere's ongoing vitality. We believe over the next few years, we will see the impact of ancillary developments capitalizing on the interest in our downtown. Stay tuned for future announcements from the Mulva Cultural Center as we eagerly await the opening later this year. And some of the Mulva group is here right now. If they want to stand up, is there some of the Mulva group that's here? Yeah, please stand up. We have some of the Mulva organization here, so why don't we give them a hand? Again, we want to thank Jim and Miriam Mulva and the Deep Pere Cultural Foundation and the board for their guidance throughout this journey. The first ancillary impact of the Mulva Cultural Center is the Cobblestone Hotel and Wosota Chop House when they recently opened their doors to residents and visitors of De Pere. The public-private partnership with the Cobblestone Hotel Group, the city, and the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation resulted in a beautiful new hotel built into the urban fabric of our downtown. As part of the project, the city reconstructed the adjacent alley to include 80 new public parking spaces and a public sidewalk with pedestrian-scale lighting to promote the redevelopment of adjacent buildings. Building owners on the block have already seized on the opportunity and begun facade renovations and adding spaces for outdoor cafe seating. The RDA and Common Council approved facade grant request for 407 and 409 Main Avenue earlier this week, and the RDA recommended approval of a facade grant for the former Chase Bank building. I think you all know that one. That's now being kind of torn apart a little bit. In total, the work of the property owners and the city drastically changed the look and feel of the block in just a few short years. We're very proud. The city also awarded facade grants to Deep Pere Chiropractic at 820 George Street, a new retail space at 108 North Michigan to Danon Properties, and to Saks Holdings at 107 South Broadway, where the owner renovated the structure to include updated residential units and added 3 new retail spaces. I'll let Tina talk more about the businesses that have begun to fill those spaces. Since the program's inception, the city has awarded nearly $362,000 in grant funding, leveraging over $3 million in private funding, and increased the property values by just over $1.5 million. Over the next year, the city will continue to work with the new owner of the former Shopko facility. I know you're all aware it's still there, but things will change, I can assure you of that. to create a plan for the site that incorporates a mix of housing types, retail, commercial uses, and public spaces. The city will also continue to work with multiple owners of the 100 South Broadway block to create a redevelopment plan that is respective to the downtown views and the visions of the Cultural District Master Plan. Stay tuned to our city's social media for future announcements on development projects, not just those. And again, Tina from Definitely to Pere will talk soon about other recent developments and upcoming events that we're very excited about in our beloved city. With the anticipated growth in the downtown over the next few years, we must continue to plan for an efficient flow of traffic in the city. You're all aware of the proposed Southern Bridge. We've been talking about this for 60 years. The Southern Bridge will be a monumental project that should improve traffic flows in our downtown and all of northeastern Wisconsin. The project will connect Packerland Drive in Lawrence through the city of De Pere and connect GV and Ledgeview over the past year. Some exciting things continue to happen. Amongst them are the state, county, and city continue to fund the design of Segment 1 with the construction preliminary stated to start in 2025. The county and city continue towards the design of Segment 2 to the Fox River. Last April, the federal government, Tammy Baldwin you saw, in conjunction with Senator Baldwin, allocated $5 million towards the design of Segment 3. And, this is a big one, last October, the governor's office announced an intention to include $50 million in the state budget for funding Segment 3, the bridge over the Fox River. Assuming the project continues to receive bipartisan support from our state leaders, the project could be completed by 2029. Okay, you got to clap for that. I mean, this is a huge deal. I know. Yeah. And honestly, I feel badly for former Mayor Mike Walsh, who was mayor for 24 years. They never came close to this. It was always his words, and this hopefully now is action. So we give a lot of credit, I guess not to him. I don't know who to give credit to, but this is very exciting. We literally can see the end in sight, which is just fantastic. As mayor, I will continue to advocate for a greater cost sharing between federal, state, county, and local governments. We understand that while the bridge and the corridor are primarily located in the city, all of northeastern Wisconsin, including the villages of Hobart, Bellevue, Ashwaubenon, and the towns of Ledgeview, Rockland, and Lawrence, will all reap the rewards of better access to resources and employees. The Southbridge Connector announcement continues to be a growth catalyst for the De Pere business parks. Last year, the West Business Park witnessed Green Bay Packaging, Georgia Pacific, and other businesses opening their doors, adding nearly $40 million in value to the West Business Park. This was coupled with the city extending American Boulevard to the town of Lawrence in the future. On the east side, we witnessed Bellmark break ground and complete construction on their new Plant 7, with the city extending Commerce Drive to Rockland Road, the future Southern Bridge route. The road construction enabled Bellmark to continue to grow in De Pere and add jobs and tax base to our community. We're excited to see the new growth in the area. In total, the De Pere Business Park's tax increment districts experienced nearly $55 million in growth since 2021. That is no short feat given the past fluctuations in construction pricing and borrowing rates. Our Development Services Department continues to meet with businesses looking to locate in De Pere, and there are many of them. However, we understand that most of our business growth is from existing businesses within this community. Therefore, meeting with you to understand your growth needs is vitally important. We have over 700 businesses in the community, and while we wish we could meet with each of our businesses each year, it's just not feasible. Therefore, please contact our Development Services Director. Stand up, Dan Lindstrom. Dan Lindstrom, right there. Give him a hand. If you wish to discuss plans or programs that could be available to facilitate expansion or relocation, we are open for business. In 2022, the city witnessed the start of construction of 2 new subdivisions. The Mystic Creek subdivision will add approximately 97 single-family lots adjacent to French Road and Waterview Heights. The Waterview Heights 5th edition will add approximately 94 single-family lots, 9 duplex lots, and approximately 60 to 70 units of multifamily located off Lost Dolphin Road. The city recently approved a preliminary plat for a small lot, high-quality design subdivision on the former green space east of Humana on Lawrence Drive. When these 3 subdivisions are built out, they could add approximately 700 to 850 new residents to De Pere. But more importantly, open up existing homes in the De Pere housing market for families to continue to upgrade their homes and stay within the city and the school districts. The southeastern portion of the city will continue to be an important growth area. Therefore, the city will meet with the landowners in the southeast area of the community to formulate a vision for the future growth area. How do we continue to grow our community? Be responsive to the market economy and be receptive to the character of existing neighborhoods, downtown, commercial corridors, and business parks. Well, last month, the city adopted a new zoning code. First time since 1972 that we've revamped that. The comprehensive update took 4 years to complete with the goal to analyze our previous code to find deficiencies in the design, protections, and the process. What were the main outcomes of this project? Here are some of the highlights. It creates flexible residential zoning districts to allow residents in our older neighborhoods the opportunity to improve and expand their homes, allows for the creation of small lot subdivisions reminiscent of older neighborhoods compared to the previous requirement for larger lots that were popular years ago but are now a challenge for affordability. It creates an opportunity to build in-law suites or backyard cottages in the area to address the housing supply. It created higher design standards for building and site design in the commercial and business park districts. It streamlined the approval process to allow quicker review, but as an effort to increase transparency of projects, created a new part of the city webpage where interested parties can review site plans applications. Finally, the city updated the sign code to be compliant with landmark federal case law regarding content neutrality. Moving to the financial position of the city of De Pere, we continue to be a strong, thriving place with great financial status. The city maintains our AA2 rate from Moody's Investors Service, and our financial position is one of the best in the region. The city continues to experience positive tax increment district growth and witnessed nearly $70 million in growth in all TIF districts reported at the start of 2022 and expects similar growth for the next reporting year as a direct result of the city being a great incubator for business growth. The city also continues to experience residential assessed value increases as the demand and competition to reside in De Pere continues to grow. Conversely, with the growth of assessed values, the city experiences continued mill rate reductions, what we pay in taxes, due to levy limit increases. From 2017 to 2022, the city reduced its share of the mill rate by 12.5%. Over that period, East Side residents experienced a 30.5% reduction, and residents on the West Side experienced a 19.7% reduction in their respective mill rates from all taxing jurisdictions. To help you understand that, we have 2 school districts in De Pere, one of the only cities that has this in the state of Wisconsin. So each district will have each side will have a different mill rate because of the school districts. However, these funding elements do not come without a challenge. During our annual budget preparation, we strived in budget to maintain our quality municipal services and programs. However, the state continues to put pressure on the local communities with an outdated model for funding critical local services. Communities are forced to rely more heavily on local property taxes or flat or declining state aid to pay for critical local services that residents and businesses need to thrive. Over the last 20 years, county and state local aid for crucial services has declined by nearly 20%, while the cost of inflation has caused prices to increase by approximately 50%. We're getting less and being asked to do more, therefore compounding the problem. Local governments need reliable, growing, sustainable, and diverse sources of revenue to continue to deliver quality police, fire protection, EMS services, and safe streets. The continued dependence on local property taxes to pay for critical services is not sustainable, and communities will continue to fall further behind on deferred maintenance of infrastructure to fund the necessary services once funded by a larger percentage of shared revenue. The city urges the legislature and the governor to work collaboratively with the League of Wisconsin Municipalities, Wisconsin's Counties Association, Wisconsin's Towns Association, and other government leaders and business leaders to create a better way of funding local governments that include a revenue option other than property taxes to continue to deliver police, fire, EMS, and other critical services. Now, to some exciting news. Last year, the city received almost $2 million from the closure of TID number 6 to use for affordable housing. 2 weeks ago, city staff outlined 6 possible uses of funds to increase housing affordability in the community to the Finance and Personnel Committee. The committee now wants to hear from the community regarding the possible uses of this money. Therefore, starting in February, the city will host a short online survey to gauge interest from residents regarding the use of these funds for affordable housing. Following the close of the survey, the city will select and detail the programs for implementation later this year. Additionally, the city will reinvest the former CDBG revolving loan fund into 2 separate business tools. The city will create an updated local revolving fund loan. A downtown business recruitment grant targeted at experience-based businesses is the second portion. Stay tuned in the next few months for some future announcements. Finally, the Common Council will meet on January 30th, this upcoming Monday, at 6 p.m. to review and discuss nearly 50 different possible suggestions for the use of our portion of the American Rescue Plan Act funds, which equals $2.6 million. That should be a very exciting evening, and that may never end. It's a lot of money. We have a lot of great ideas on how to use the money. Moving on, I'd like to also highlight the great momentum happening within our city parks. Wow, one of the most notable recent additions was the highly attended VFW Aquatic Facility, opened in 2021. Many other park improvements continue to pour in. At the end of last summer, the VFW tennis courts next to the aquatic facility got an exciting facelift. We renovated that area into 2 tennis courts and 2 pickleball courts. Pickleball is extremely popular. Yes, I'm playing as well, too. It's not just for old people, though I am old. Pickleball has seen a surge in popularity over the past several years, and our first 2 pickleball courts at Legion on the east side have been very popular. The newest pickleball courts at VFW have been met with equal enthusiasm. It's tough saying pickleball. A beautiful new Veterans Monument was also unveiled at VFW Park last summer, and if you haven't visited already, I encourage you to take some time and go there to remember and reflect on the service and sacrifices that have paved the way for our blessings that we enjoy today. Last fall, we received 2 special soccer goals that we will install at Southwest Park this coming spring. The goals are a unique piece of Lambeau Field and local soccer history. Wisconsin United FC purchased the 2 goals from this summer's, I think I'm saying this right, Bayern Munich and Man City soccer match, the one at Lambeau Field. The goals there will be at Southwest Park and De Pere. It was the first ever soccer match held at Lambeau Field. The club then donated these 2 unique items to the city for use on field number 1 at Southwest Park on the west side. This group has made numerous donations in the past to improve the services and quality within the parks, and we thank them for that. And yet another example of how the city continues to be fortunate with great partnerships and support from local sponsors and donors. We have another exciting parks announcement to share. Thanks to a generous donor, Kelly Danon Park in De Pere will be getting its first ever playground. Kelly Danon Park has served generations of local children as a baseball complex on our west side. But in its more than 50-year history, never a playground. We're excited and thankful that this will change in 2023. We're working closely with the donor as well as De Pere Baseball to iron out the final details and looking forward to construction to start. I'd also like to mention that the De Pere Beer Gardens, hosted by our Parks Department, continues to be immensely popular. Summertime gatherings, getting together everyone in De Pere, and it's more than just beer for the record. There's food there and all kinds of stuff. Thank you to the staff members who help operate these and other local events, and also the sponsors who help make them possible. The De Pere Beer Gardens will be returning for a 4th year in 2023. Up next, and this is a big announcement. 1 year ago at this state of De Pere, we announced the Nelson Family Pavilion, an exciting new performance venue coming to Voyager Park. The facility will serve as an important amenity for existing events and provide opportunity to increase programming at Voyager Park, which is known throughout the region for its natural beauty, scenic river views, and unique features. The 21-acre recreational park is situated along the Fox River and hosts many community-wide gatherings, including art shows, the beer gardens, Celebrate De Pere, and much, much more. Adding the Nelson Family Pavilion is an exciting opportunity to make this park an even greater destination for this region. The facility will include interior space that can accommodate 250 people for private gatherings. The patio will be used as a stage for music festivals and concerts for crowds of 5,000 people or more. We anticipate the variety of programs and events will bring in over 100,000 visitors to this area each year. Fundraising was kickstarted a year ago by a generous donation from the Dave and Rita Nelson Foundation. And to date, 1 year, we've raised over $1.1 million with a projected goal of $1.5 million. We will break ground in the next few months. So we're very excited about this incredible facility and what it'll offer for De Pere. You can still donate, and if you look at the table, you can see the brochures for the Nelson facility, so you can't leave this room until you kicked in some money. A few other important notes are in regard to the city's general safety and health. I want to thank our De Pere Police Department and their excellent community policing this past year, as well as De Pere Fire Rescue for their services and, of course, keeping us safe. The department did celebrate its 150th anniversary. We appreciate all members of De Pere Fire Rescue, past and present, who have done so much to serve our community during those 150 years. Also, I'd like to extend a debt of public gratitude to our De Pere Health Department and other healthcare workers around the city. Their work continues through many difficulties, and their service and commitment is much appreciated. I also want to thank our public works crews for their outstanding work they do all year round to ensure the safety and function of our streets, water, facilities, and so much more. I also want to quickly thank all the individuals who give of their time, talents, and voices to thoughtfully guide our direction and give back to our city through our various boards and committees. Last year, I welcomed 14 new appointments to our boards. And as I look to fill appointments for 2023 openings, I encourage individuals of all backgrounds and life experiences to consider becoming involved with one of these boards and commissions. With broad and varied perspectives, we can best shape De Pere's future together. One other highlight, I did go on a delegation to our sister city, Amal, in December. De Pere and Amal, Sweden, celebrated our 15th anniversary of our partnership. We enjoyed our trip immensely. We have a lot of stuff on our website if you want to see more, and we look forward to continuing this wonderful partnership. Though I've shared many updates today, there will be more exciting things to share throughout the year. So I urge you to remain connected to our city's social media platforms and website for updates and announcements. Also, I offer monthly updates on the Mayor's Corner video program, which is a great look at the city operations and updates year-round. This program is produced by De Pere TV and airs on De Pere TV and YouTube channel. With that, I just want to thank our community, the De Pere Common Council, and all the city employees, and really everyone in this room, for the time, talents, and support that contributes to the momentum of our city. In closing, I want to reflect on a community satisfaction survey that was conducted last year. This survey and the high degree of satisfaction expressed in responses only confirmed what we already know. De Pere is an exceptional community and a great place to live, and it's our job to enhance what we have here. We should be proud of all that we have accomplished and be prepared to do whatever it takes to move this community forward. Change is inevitable, but so too is opportunity. It is our pledge to everyone, and mine, in the city of De Pere, that we will accept the challenges as they arise and work for the common good of this city. Together, we've done great things. Together, we've created this exciting momentum that pushes us toward a bright future. I am so thankful for what we have in De Pere, and I hope you'll join me in looking forward to more great things to come. De Pere is truly a great place to live, work, play, and stay. Thank you very much. And now I'll pass this off to Tina Quigley, definitely De Pere.
No, that was fantastic. I said that. I know we're running about 10 minutes over, so I'm going to try to talk really fast or maybe cut a little. Thank you, Mayor Boyd. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you. As we've been hearing, this is a really exciting time for De Pere. As the mayor said, De Pere is growing and thriving, especially downtown. There's so much to love about downtown, the wonderful mix of shops, restaurants, services, and attractions. Definitely De Pere is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the revitalization and promotion of downtown. Our work capitalizes on the unique character of our historic district with the goal of transforming it into the cultural, social, professional, and retail center of our city, in essence, the hub of community life. As we reflect on 2022, we recall a year of challenge, change, opportunity, and most importantly, growth. Creative events launched, buildings were improved, vacant properties were purchased, important development projects moved forward, new businesses opened, and existing businesses expanded. We are blessed to have a diverse group of businesses that line the streets of our historic downtown and the amazing business owners who make our community so special. At last year's State of De Pere event, we talked about resilience, about how small businesses proved to be more relevant and more resilient than ever. Despite the struggles and economic uncertainty they faced, they did not give up. Life as a small business owner can be draining, but our local businesses continue to grow stronger, adapt to change, innovate, and move forward. They put time, money, and energy into ensuring the growth and success of our downtown. That passion keeps the momentum going. It's been our goal to ensure that there is always something happening in downtown. In 2022, events drew bigger crowds than ever, bringing thousands of people to the community, providing exciting activities for shoppers, investors, visitors, and residents to experience our wonderful downtown and all that it has to offer. Over 80,000 people attended events in 2022, and we know that these event attendees are likely to spend additional time downtown shopping, dining, and taking all the amenities that we have in. I am proud to highlight some of downtown's most recent success stories. We welcomed 15 new businesses compared to an average of 7 new businesses in benchmark communities from throughout the state. Cobblestone Hotel, Bosses News and Tobacco, Studio Reverie, Lux Spa, Agape Salon, Dr. Teriyaki, The Vault, and many more were among the new businesses that opened. Over $8 million of private dollars were invested in building improvements and sales compared to the benchmark average of 2.7 million. We assisted 33 small businesses who received $330,000 in Main Street Bounce Back grants. 24 events were produced compared to a benchmark average of 17, attracting 80,240 visitors compared to the benchmark average of 69,271. Our Facebook followers grew to 10,714 people. That was up 56% over last year, with a page reach of over 149,000, up 53%, and 10,000 page visits, up 44%. Instagram and Twitter really realized similar, trying to go fast, results. In 2022, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation recognized the best downtown revitalization projects of 2021. The award program recognizes the efforts of Main Street programs and businesses for historic preservation and downtown economic development efforts all across the state. The City of De Pere received the Best Public Improvement Project Award for the Michael J. Walsh Plaza, and Definitely De Pere received the Best Retail Event Award for Art Walk. As we shift our vision to the year ahead, we are confident that we will maintain momentum and eagerly anticipate what this year will bring. We will dedicate, as an organization, additional efforts to brand and market downtown as a destination to the surrounding community and region. New and enhanced events will add life and energy to the district. Our focus will also be on developing a more strategic business recruitment and retention program that considers market demand and complements existing businesses. We'll continue to advocate for an increase in public realm investment and promote continued growth and redevelopment. Definitely, De Pere was thrilled to have been a partner. I know, as we've heard mentioned earlier, last night, the new episode of John McGivern's Main Streets was previewed here on campus at the Walter Theater. The Main Street show, it will, as President Kunkel mentioned, will air tomorrow night on PBS Wisconsin. We will also be posting links after it airs on our social media, so you'll have plenty of opportunity to watch it. John McGivern was at the event, along with his longtime producer, Lois Maurer, co-host Emmy Fink. It was a great event, a great night. They shared some behind-the-scenes stories about their experience in De Pere. McGivern and his crew spent 3 days in De Pere with representatives from our organization, filming and discovering the joys and charm of the city, including locations such as the Union Hotel, Saruji's Luna Cafe, St. Norbert College, and more. 6-time Emmy Award-winning actor and host John McGivern is enjoyed by a nationwide audience for his lively interviews and unique brand of storytelling. Main Streets expands across the Midwest. In the second season, 13 communities in Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, and Wisconsin will be featured. I am extremely proud to announce that De Pere was selected to be a host community of the largest competitive road cycling series in the U.S. Tour of America's Dairyland has become one of the most popular race series internationally, earning an outstanding reputation for participant, fan, and sponsor experiences. Definitely De Pere will partner with Midwest Cycling Series to provide the community of De Pere with a competitive Pro-Am cycling event involving the participation of racers, community volunteers, and local businesses on Monday, June 19th, 2023. The race series stages 11 consecutive days of racing in 11 different communities throughout the southeast and northeast of Wisconsin. 8 to 10 races will be held from late morning until dusk, offering opportunities for junior riders as young as 9 years old to seasoned master racers, novices to pros, men and women, and even amazing hand cyclists, including many American Paralympians. We expect 500 pro and amateur racers from more than 40 states and 15 countries, and over 10,000 spectators in its inaugural year. In addition to the races, there'll be live music, food and beverage, a marketplace, and other activities creating a festival atmosphere. I'm also excited to share that Definitely De Pere was selected as one of 45 nonprofits to be a part of Give Big Green Bay, a community-wide giving day. The Greater Green Bay Community Foundation and Green Bay Packers Foundation received over 140 applicants. The goal of Give Big Green Bay is to raise awareness of and celebrate the important role that nonprofits play in our community and the work they do to make all of our lives more vibrant and fulfilling. The program, in its 6th year, continues to develop into a dynamic platform for nonprofits to grow their capacity for impact. The 24-hour online giving event is designed to provide a simple way for the community to contribute to local charities at any level to support their work. So please join us on February 21st and 22nd and give big. As part of our current momentum, we will share Deep Year's story through an enhanced web-based experience set to launch February 1st. I'm excited to share a glimpse of our new website highlighting downtown's dining options, shops, arts and entertainment, personal and professional services, and attractions. Cultural assets will be featured through historic and public art walking tours. There will be a calendar of events, blog postings, and more. Along with the website launch, we will be unveiling a refreshed logo that we shared with you today. We have what it takes to ensure downtown continues to thrive. 2023 will be a year of growth, development, and moving forward, making Deep Pier a livable and vibrant place by focusing on downtown, the heart and soul of our community. The Malva Cultural Center has the potential to put us on the map as a cultural destination for the region, with a promise to attract additional tourists to Deep Pier. The recent opening of the Cobblestone Hotel, historic building renovations, improved public places, and the anticipated addition of commercial and residential spaces in downtown will equate to more business offerings, more jobs, more visitors, more residents, and more tax revenue. Our focus is the future, and I am confident 2023 will be one of continued momentum. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Kitty Johnson, President and CEO of the Deep Pier Area Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Tina. We are running, if anybody it has to get out here, we are running late, and I am all of 10 minutes for sure in this presentation. So if you need to walk out, I understand. I won't take it personally. So we're glad you're all here to join us today. So talk about momentum. Wow, there are so many great things going on here throughout the city of De Pere. It is really an exciting time, right, to be part of this momentum towards the growth and development that is shaping this thriving community. Now, I was told, though, I cannot turn this into a dance party. I tried, but I still thought the graphic was fun. And you know, it's fun and exciting and inspiring to know that we all get to work, live, shop, and play in one of the best cities here in Wisconsin. Now, as most of you know, I'm relatively new to the role here at the De Pere Chamber. I've been the president and CEO here for only 9 months, so not quite a year. And this is my first State of De Pere luncheon. It's been a great experience. And today's event took months of planning with lots of support and coordination and hard work from a very dedicated group of people. We're very thankful for our event sponsor, Community First Credit Union. Without their support, this event would not have been happening. So a huge thank you to Community First Credit Union and all of their staff here supporting us today. It has been a treat to work collaboratively with our veteran partners, St. Norbert College, the City of De Pere, and definitely De Pere. And it has been a great honor for the De Pere Chamber to once again host this annual State of De Pere luncheon today. So thank you all for allowing us to do this again. I think it's always fun to spend some time here on the St. Norbert campus. And I would like us to give a huge round of applause for our partners and especially for St. Norbert staff. And what about this gorgeous banquet room we're in here today? So I think they deserve another round of applause. So now that we've learned more about the projects and programs happening here at St. Norbert College in the city of De Pere and with definitely De Pere, I would like to share with you more about who the De Pere Area Chamber of Commerce is, some of our 2022 highlights, the results from the 2022 Business Walk, and our plans for keeping the momentum going throughout the 2023. So what is the De Pere Area Chamber of Commerce? In technical terms, we're a 501c6. We're member-owned, and we're a nonprofit organization. But in reality, the De Pere Area Chamber of Commerce is so much more than that. The De Pere Chamber is led by our dedicated staff and powered by our countless and invaluable volunteers. We have a lot of board members here today in attendance, and we have a lot of our committee members here in attendance. If you guys would please indulge me and stand and get a round of applause, I'd really appreciate it. Board members, committee members. Yeah. And we have a mission and a vision. Our mission is developing the De Pere area by bridging connections and educating our businesses and citizens. We do that through our core values as we pledge to be supportive, to make an impact, to lead with integrity, to be present, and to show our commitment. Currently, we have approximately 200 members representing hundreds of employees in De Pere, Ashwaubenon, Green Bay, Ledgeview, Wrightstown, Freedom, Kaukauna, Appleton, and many more other local communities surrounding the De Pere area. The De Pere Chamber engages in economic development, event planning, community improvement, and business development for the De Pere area. The De Pere Area Chamber represents a variety of industries, which with our largest continuing to be in the categories of finance and insurance, health and wellness, restaurants, along with construction. We've also seen an increase in other categories with our next largest group falling into the categories of business and professional services, shopping and specialty retail, advertising and media, and hotels, lodging, and travel. Our members range in size from 1 to hundreds of employees. Specifically, the De Pere Chamber has 16 entrepreneur businesses representing 8% of our membership. 88 or almost half of our members have less than 10 employees. 58 businesses with 10 to 74 employees represent 29% of our membership. 27 businesses have 75 or more employees representing 14% of our membership. And the remaining 7% of our membership are civic, nonprofit businesses, and associations and organizations. We can see that area businesses were ready to get back to work and back to business in 2022, as the De Pere Area Chamber achieved an 80% increase in our annual new member join rate, which was 60% higher than it had been in 2019. Now, please allow me to share with you some of our 2022 highlights. Our events committee was hard at work in late 2021 and throughout 2022 to bring many wonderful and successful events to you. In April, we had our Uncorked 4 Taste of the World dinner and wine held at the Ledgecrest Reserve with food from Runaway Spoon and paired with wines from Ledgestone Vineyards. So this was my first time attending Uncorked, and this is a very special event. It is a lot of fun. It was a great experience, and I really look forward to this year's Uncorked event. Sunday, June 26, 2022 was our 7th annual Art in the Park and food truck event. It was held at Voyager Park, and we couldn't have had a better place for it than Voyager Park. We had absolutely gorgeous weather, although it was a tad windy that day. It could have been just a little less windy. I swear everybody from De Pere and the surrounding communities came out to Voyager Park that day. There were artists from all over the area set up along the trail, and all 5 of the food trucks in attendance there sold out of food, if that tells you anything. We started the ball rolling again with planning this year's 8th annual Art in the Park and food truck event at Voyager Park. In July of 22, we had a full golf course with our 13th annual golf outing, held at Ledgeview Golf Course, and dinner after from Schimbati's New York Style Pizza. And again, we're back planning for the next 2023 14th annual golf outing in July. In December, I was super excited to launch our first annual, and yes, I say annual, Holly Jolly Trolley and Toys for Tots Toy Drive. Well, you thought pickleball was hard to say. At first, we were a little concerned that we wouldn't get a trolley in the winter, but rest assured, Lamers had a trolley for us. Nicolay Bank came through with us for us as a trolley sponsor. We even had refreshments on the trolley, as well as each of the 8 participating businesses had snacks and treats for us. We didn't quite hit our mark for raising $1,000 for Toys for Tots, but we raised around $600, so that was good, and our trolley attendees also donated toys. But let me tell you, besides this event being so much fun and stuff, the businesses we visited, our attendees spent up to $4,000 at these events, at these stops. The stops were 30 to 45 minutes each, And let me tell you, we know how to shop. We dropped $4,000 in those places really quickly. It was such a fun event. Not that I want December to come anytime too soon, but I am excited to launch or to do the second annual Holly Jolly Trolley this winter. Then we have our wonderful ambassadors. Our ambassadors are the ones who help plan and coordinate our ribbon cuttings, our grand opening celebrations, our bi-monthly morning business brews and let's lunches. We have brought together some great ambassadors for our chamber. There's always room for more. So if anybody's interested in becoming an ambassador for the De Pere Chamber or would like to serve on one of our committees, don't hesitate to reach out. In 2022, we have the great honor and privilege of welcoming new businesses to the De Pere area. Some of those included Lux Spa, Caravel Autism Health, Cobblestone and Hotel and Suites, and Wasota Chop House. Our Economic Development Committee is comprised of top leaders who work in the arena of economic development, community improvement, and business development. These leaders truly care about the economic well-being of the De Pere area. They know that a strong business climate and healthy communities drive economic growth. This committee is very dedicated to growing and making sure that we put out impactful events and programs. In 2022, we started our year off with a successful back-in-person State of De Pere luncheon, here again at St. Norbert College. I'm sure many of you in attendance today here were there as well. It takes a lot of planning and coordinating to pull these events off, as I'm sure most of you know. So when I look back at 2022, oh my gosh, these committees, our boards, they really had to train me in every one of these events, but they all happened successfully, and this is because of our dedicated volunteers on our board of directors, events committee ambassadors, and economic development committee. Thank you all, and special thank you to all of our sponsors, partners, and donors who made our 2022 events possible. Now let's get into the 2022 Business Walk, which was our 6th annual Business Walk. The Business Walk, designed to take the pulse of the local business community, was conducted in partnership with the De Pere Chamber, City of De Pere, Definitely De Pere, New North, and the Wisconsin Economic Development Corp., and received support from Wolter Incorporated, Community First Credit Union, and Herbert and Gerberts. It was an afternoon dedicated to meeting with local businesses face-to-face to uncover opportunities and challenges for doing business in the De Pere area and identifying ways that local partners can help enhance and grow the local economy and create a business-friendly environment. This year, the walk also explored the extent to which the COVID-19 pandemic was still impacting business performance. During the 6th walk, we had teams of volunteers who visited nearly 150 businesses in the various geographic areas of the city. Interviewing businesses included retail, service, construction, and manufacturing firms. Of those contacts, our volunteers were able to collect data from 120 of those businesses, or just under 9% of the city businesses. Data was collected with paper surveys as well as online surveys. This response was down just under 15% from pre-COVID in-person efforts. Participating businesses provided valuable input regarding the current state and near-term outlook for the business climate in De Pere. From there, the information collected was compiled into a report by the Wisconsin Economic Development Corp., which we use to prioritize our programs and economic development initiatives. Some of the key findings, and I'll try to get through this really quick, but these are really important information for, I think, you all to hear. So businesses have largely rebounded to pre-pandemic revenues. More specifically, 35% of businesses reported fully rebounding, with only 17 indicating less than a full recovery, and 13 reporting they were never even affected. Although certain sectors are subsequently challenged by supply chain or labor constraints that are a drag on growth, more than 10% of surveyed businesses are new since 2019. Overall, the business climate in De Pere was ranked more favorably in 2022 than in 2018 at 4.1 out of 5. 22% of businesses reported a net increase in sales. Alternatively, only 11% reported a decline in sales. Businesses remain optimistic about the future, with 83% of businesses planning to grow in the next 5 years. While 5% anticipate relocating, there were 4 businesses anticipating closing or retiring in the next 5 years. The remaining 10% anticipate stable conditions. Of those hoping to grow in De Pere, 18% also plan to grow in other markets. And there's a lot of information that came out of the business walk, but I don't have time to go through it all right now, so, sorry. If you would like to review the business walk report in full detail, please go to our website, deperechamber.org. You can find the link there. It's not there right now, but it will be in the next week or so. And share it with anybody that you feel have benefits from it. The information from the business walk report gives our economic development committee some great food for thought as we explore new programs and event initiatives for 2023 and beyond. Now, let's see where the momentum is taking the De Pere Area Chamber and look forward to 2023. So once again, we have some great events coming up. Most are tried and true annual events, and we have a couple of new ones. Most notably, at this time are the Winter Indoor Golf Outing at Hilly Haven Golf Simulator Course on Tuesday, February 21st. If you're looking to play on this course with us, I'm sorry because it is sold out. It was sold out 3 days after registration opened up. But keep an eye out, maybe. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but maybe we'll have a fall simulator golf outing. We'll see. Another new event this year is our YouthWorks Spring Job Fair. As a result of what we heard from businesses on the walk, our Economic Development Committee is hard at work to pilot a spring job fair. We created a separate task force and originally started working towards an initiative called YouthWorks to help connect our youth ages 14 to 24 with employers who are looking to hire for summer jobs through the following school year and possibly even hire them on permanently after their school careers. The goal was to help our youth recognize there's a place here for them in De Pere, build working skills and possible knowledge of a career path they might want to follow, as well as help our businesses find workers that they can train and mentor to grow with their businesses. This initiative has morphed over the past several months and looks likely to take place in early April. Please watch our newsletters and social media for more details as the Economic Development Committee and YouthWorks Task Force work to solidify this information. All right, upcoming events here. Thursday, April 27th is our Uncorked 5. This is going to be an amazing event. It's Wine versus Beer 2. It was so good the first time we decided to repeat it. It's being held at Black Sheep Weddings and Events with food from Chef Fusion, always a win, and wine and beer pairings for each course from Von Schiele and Onepe Brewery. Tickets are available at our events page on our website, as well as sponsorship opportunities for those businesses looking to support the chamber and get some marketing for their business. The sooner you take advantage of the sponsorship opportunity, the more often the business is promoted and marketed, so please reach out soon. Once again, throughout 2023, we will offer our ever-popular monthly events on the third Wednesday of the month with bi-monthly morning business brew and bi-monthly Let's Lunches. Wednesday, February 15th is our Let's Lunch at Mr. Brew's Tap House. Now, this is a 100% networking event, so bring your business cards and your gift to gab. The event runs from 11:30 to 1. It is a free event to attend. You just need to pay for your lunch. And we do ask that you register at our website so that we can let the restaurant know how many to expect. We're super excited about our March morning business brew. I saw him. Where is he? I lost him. There, he's hiding over there. Morning Business Brews are a speaker series that are designed to engage local community entrepreneurs and leaders with our local community businesses and their staff. On Wednesday, March 15th, we have Brown County Executive Troy Streckenbach giving us an update on the economy in Brown County. The event is at the De Pere Chamber, 1776 West Matthew Drive in De Pere. We are located upstairs inside Wolter, formerly known as Wisconsin Lift Truck. Registration, networking, and light breakfast begin at 7:30 with the presentations from 8 to 9. And that does it for me. Follow us on social media, sign up for our newsletters, and you'll learn all about what we're doing. So it's been an honor to stand up here today and represent the De Pere Chamber. On behalf of myself and our board of directors, I would like to thank our event sponsor, Community First Credit Union, one more time. And the collaborative efforts again of our partners, St. Norbert College, the City of De Pere, and definitely De Pere. Now, we welcome feedback, so please don't hesitate to reach out to any one of the partner events, our event partners, and let us know how we did, what you would like to see in the future State of De Pere luncheons, because we plan to continue these. Today's event has been recorded, and it will be shared on our YouTube channels and our website, so if you would like to look back at it or share it with somebody that couldn't attend, please do so. I would say probably within the next few weeks, maybe, it'd be available. And we will be here hanging out after this all. If anybody wants to talk to any of us, we'll be hanging out for a while, so feel free to stick around and talk to us. So thanks again, everybody, and have a wonderful afternoon.